Why can't I stop fighting with my significant other? Oh! If the way that you're fighting isn't improving your relationship with your significant other, you're not fighting the right way. Before we get into heavy content, I want to encourage you to go watch Dane Cook's Why Women Win Fights. It is so hilarious, and it'll get you in a good spirit to receive this information. Let me just preface this video by telling you that I do not have a perfect relationship. And my research in the relationship department has predominantly been for me and making the relationship with my incredible husband better and better and better. And it has not been, sunshine and roses all the time. And remember, there is no perfect relationship, but I do believe there are better fits than others. And assuming that this is a good fit, here are some tips on how to fight effectively. So first and foremost, understand your limitations. We have what's called the emotional mind and we have the wise mind, right? This is emotion, this is logic. And when you put them together, the almond that overlaps is the wise mind. Emotion plus logic equals wisdom. When you fight, you typically have your feelings hurt. You're angry, you're sad, you're disappointed, and you're in what's called your emotional mind, which I think is right back here, if I'm not mistaken. And it is literally impossible to think as clear as you possibly could if you're only in your emotional mind. And that's why, when you have a situation where, let's say, your significant other injures your feelings, hurts your pride, hurts your emotions, it's good to take a little step back or take some time and write down what it was that you observed. Because oftentimes our hurt feelings or our angry feelings come from not what we observed, but what we're reading into what we observed. Assumptions we're making about what that other person wants, thinks, feels, their intentions, what they've done means about us, that we're not lovable or respectable or valuable. And most of the time, if you're in a decent relationship, these things just simply aren't true. So I'm certain that you've heard of the I feel statement, right? I felt X when Y occurred, right? I felt insignificant when I wasn't greeted with a hug when I came home today. You see how that's so neutral that probably isn't going to cause defensiveness in your partner. So very simple strategy. I felt X when Y occurred. Partner B says, so what I'm hearing you say is that you were feeling blah blah when blah blah occurred. Is that right? Right, coming from body language and tone of voice that's very empathetic, and trying to put yourself in that other person's shoes, laying down your defenses. And typically person A is going to be feeling validated at that time. And now person B, let's say that they were also hurt in the situation, is going to share their feelings. Well, I was feeling blank when blank occurred. And person A, of course, is going to reiterate, so what I hear you saying is that you were feeling blank when blank occurred. Now, typically that should be enough to bring you back together. If it isn't, more than likely you're not ready to make up yet. One person is still, they may not have defensive words, but they have defensive body language. And I would come back to that situation and try again. And then lastly, one of the problems in relationships is after people share their feelings, there are a handful of situations that actually need problem solving. If you find that you have the same situation coming up over and over and over, assuming that it's a solvable problem, you probably should set some time aside, probably not in the same setting as you shared your feelings, but maybe the next day, and work on problem solving, coming up with agreements, boundaries, understandings. And to learn how to do that best, check out the video on problem solving. I hope that helps you guys. Love you all.